Tonight's Bay Area Proud is about making the most of a second chance, not just for yourself, but for others. It is what Jeff Schmidt did.
We first introduced you to Jeff last November. He's a challenged athlete with remarkable determination and an inspiring story, a story that keeps getting better. NBC Bay Area's Garvin Thomas joins us with his journey. Garvin.
Raj, sadly, one of the legacies of the Boston Marathon bombings is the number of people who lost limbs as a result. People who will now face the challenge of learning to live with prosthetics. Well, if they're looking for a role model, they couldn't do better than Jeff Schmidt.
Failure, it has been said, is a far better teacher than success. Jeff Schmidt, though, will go you one better. Failure, he says, is one of the best things that ever happened to him.
I never expected any of this. Never.
You see, Jeff competed in the Kona 2012 Ironman World Championships last year, but failed to finish in time, crossing the line 20 minutes too late. His story, though, succeeded in inspiring many others. Jeff was a promising high school soccer player until his lower leg was shattered in a violent collision. He struggled for years with pain and immobility, with depression and dependency, before asking his doctor to cut the leg off. Jeff made the most of this second chance, training and tackling triathlons. He was lucky enough to win one of a handful of lottery spots to compete at Kona, but on that hot, windy Hawaiian day, the course got the better of Jeff. During the run, race officials told him he had no chance to finish on time.
Come on, Jeff, you got it!
But Jeff wasn't about to quit on what he figured was his only crack at Kona. Afterwards, Jeff found himself praised by fellow athletes, admired by everyday people.
People that said that I haven't done anything in 20 years, but I'm going to do it. It's just, I see if you're doing it, then there's no reason that I shouldn't be doing it.
Welcome to our kickoff event for Challenge for Kids. This is really fun.
Tal Johnson, president and COO of Berkeley's GOO Energy Labs, just happened to be at the finish line to see Jeff cross last year. He was so moved that GOO has now partnered with Jeff and the Challenge Athletes Foundation to raise money to provide prosthetic running legs for children who want them. Children like Ashton Carter. 10-year-old Ashton lost his right leg below the knee to cancer and is just now learning he's the first recipient of a grant for a new running leg.
I can't wait till I'm finally able to run again, and I just want to jump out into a field and run around.
To me, that's the ultimate reward in this whole thing.
The ultimate reward, perhaps, but certainly not the last. Jeff just recently learned he's been invited back to compete at this year's Kona World Championships.
Sometimes I feel like I'm dreaming because I can't believe I actually get another crack at it, a little chance at redemption.
And do you think he's training hard to make sure he finishes before the deadline this time? He says his goal is not just to make it before the course closes. He wants an hour to spare. He says he's put his family and friends through so much, biting their nails, waiting to see if he's going to make it or not. He's going to train hard enough that he says there's going to be no question this year that he's going to make it in time.
And it's one of the hardest races in the world to complete that, so it's amazing. What an amazing feat.
When I put the story on the website and also on my Facebook page, I'll link to the information if you'd like to donate to the fund they're setting up to get the prosthetic legs for the kids.
A lot of teary eyes in the newsroom. Thank you, Carl.